I'm Aura, and I'm the host of Collective Mind, and I'm gonna do a Q&A crocheting stream for the first time in forever, I feel like. Yeah, I have a specific pattern I'm gonna follow, but we just finally made the spring version of the little decoration we have behind us, and I'm gonna get ahead this time and make the summer version before it's summer. So that's the plan. I fingers crossed we'll be able to do the whole thing in this stream if nothing goes wrong, I guess. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. How is everybody? Starting with bright orange and yeah. I'm gonna move Charlie back a little. You can see her face better, hopefully. She's laying right at the front of the chair. Okay, let's see what I do first. Oh, oh, so I could have done a magic circle. You just didn't want to. How many did you say? Mm-hmm. So I'm at 3 of 16. Okay, let's check. 1, 2, 6, 16. Yep. Okay. Now what? Just changing colors. Okay. So I think I'm gonna do my other slightly less bright orange as the second color if I can find it. I see it. Yes, I'm right. Come on. Okay. So this is gonna be the next one. So I don't know how well you can tell. Oh yeah, you can totally tell. This one is much brighter and looks a little bit more red. This is more of a kind of more of a pumpkin orange, I would say. It's kind of more of a fall color, but I think it'll work well, like in the context. Okay. Tail longer than it needed to be. Oh well. I missed something. Go back. Mhm. Okay. Three times. Okay. Awesome. Thanks. Two, three. Looks right. Chain between. Cool. Two, three. Oops. Oh, true. Yep. So it's making these little here. Can you see that better maybe? It's making or wait, I forgot which camera that was. I can actually zoom in. It's making these little puff parts. There were options that I had that would look more like a sun, kind of, but this is kind of somewhere between a sun and a flower, or like a sunflower, kind of, and I liked it more, so that's why I went for this one. Go. So far, this is an easy pattern. Did the chain already? Okay. Oh, did I actually announce this, or did I forget? I forgot. There we go. Two, three. Okay. Oh, hi. Hi, Kylie. We are doing pretty well today, thank you. How are you doing? Hey, Ashley. Thank you. I like this shade too. I don't think I've worn this one in a long time. I'm glad it makes me look witchy. It's perfect. Alright, I think it's time for another color change. This is it so far. Oh, that's true. I need to get my other color. Which is in here. It looks like it's probably buried a little bit. Oh, I pulled that completely apart. That's fine. What the heck? I'm making a mess of this. That's fine. It was already a bit of a mess. I have to redo this cake anyway. Okay. Where did I hide the project? There it is. Now, what am I doing? Oh, I'm doing yellow for the last section of the sun part, and then for making the square around it, that's gonna be blue, like for the sky. Okay. Two in between. Okay. Okay. Still a chain two in between. Yep. Okay. Got it. All right. That is exactly what it is supposed to look like, so I'm glad it looks like this one. This is gonna be the decoration that I switched to for summer instead of the spring one that's right up there that I made the other day finally. So 5, yep, 2, 2. I will tell you, this pattern so far is much easier than that spring one that I did. Okay. Did the chain, right? Yeah. Okay. Mess is coming back to bite me a little bit. There we go, fixed it. I guess it turned out that this cam has been mostly for seeing the yarn and less about seeing the project because I'm holding it up here, but that's okay. I think I haven't done Q&A stream in a while, partly because we had a while where we weren't really knitting or crocheting. I think what happened is that we did too much all at once, like in one day or a couple days back to back or something like that. And then we have some issues with like our hands and wrists hurting, and I think they probably hurt extra right after then, and that I needed to take a break. But I think what happened then is I forgot that it was because we did too much, and the version of it that I remembered was just that it hurt to knit and crochet, and I think I thought I couldn't do it anymore until I did a bunch more like physical therapy or whatever to fix that problem, and that seems to not have been true. So I've only done like that other small project and now this so far, but it doesn't hurt more than most other stuff so far. It probably would if I did way too much at once, but this is a really good sign that I was wrong about that. You like watching the pile? Okay, cool. That camera makes more sense for this when it's a bigger project that would be like also laying down here like a blanket or a scarf or something, because then you can see it grow even if I'm holding it up here. Or obviously if Charlie's in my lap, that would make sense too. Almost done. This round. Okay, let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. Assuming I slip stitch this too. Oh, I need to find my next color. Let's see. Oh, not black. I know there's at least one light blue in here. I just gotta find it. This is one of them. I don't know if this is the one I want, because I might want one that's like brighter. You know? Just look. maybe. If I have a different one that I like better, I'll do that. That's green. That's dark blue. Brown. That's also brown. Well, maybe I'm wrong about this. Is that the same color? Or is this the one I'm thinking of? That's the one I'm thinking of. It's a little brighter. This one. See what I mean? I think the other one might be slightly green. Maybe that's why. But, okay. I can get both of these out of here, technically. Oh, doesn't go in there. That goes in this one. Put this in there too for now. And then I'll get the yellow out of there as soon as I change colors. Uh-oh. Apparently I started a project on this color before. There we go. The end is somewhere in here. Yep. Okay. Let's get that mess of yellow out of here. Oh my gosh. How much of it did I throw on the floor? This much. There we go. That's a later problem. Okay. Now what? This. Is this gonna be a problem? But I can't move it over. Unless I want to turn it around, but I don't. But it would probably look fine. But I don't want to. But I don't want to do it the way they're actually telling me to, because I like my way of changing colors. Could have done it a different way. But I might be stuck with this now. I guess, well, I can kind of make it look like that. Okay, I think it's gonna be fine. I don't remember how many you said to do. Oh, no, I did that wrong. Do you want a chain or anything in there? Hold on. That can't be right. You did. Okay. So let me go back first to make sure I did the right number of triple crochet. Okay. This is interesting. Never seen someone do this without starting with a corner. There's no way that's the corner. Unless we're doing the other half of the corner when we get back around. Oh, oops. Cannot believe there are not chains in between this. See what you're doing. I was right, they did only half of the corner on the first one. So the corners are triple crochet. And then ramp down and then back up in between. Got it. So that's where all of your chains are. It's just in the corners. Interesting. So right. Yeah, because you had, yeah. Okay. I was making sure it made sense in my brain before I kept going. So this is halves. And back to doubles. Which means this is a corner. Okay. So I'm doing the first half, no, twice. I almost never do triple crochet, so it trips me up every time. Chain 3. Oh. That's rude. Come here. There we go. I guess this is becoming like tangle cam for when the yarn gets tangled. I kind of hate triple crochet. This is the only context where I'm even a little bit okay with it being used. Okay. Because I think outside of this context, it's annoying to do and ugly, so it has nothing going for it. So this is doubles. This is half. This is doubles. It's at this point that I can count and make sure this is going to actually work correctly. So if this is a corner, double, half, double, finish the corner. Cool. I'm correct. Means I didn't count wrong or misinterpret the pattern at any point. Or if I did, I somehow still made the math work out and I don't care. Does anybody have any questions for me? It's 2. It's 3. Yeah, those corners are ugly, but it's fine. Okay. Yeah, doubles. You've been trying to think of one? Maybe as a starting point, is there anything related to... Oh, it looks like you have one. Oh, you had one about the Jade and Alistair video from forever ago, but you can't remember it. Okay. While you're thinking about that, also the most recent video, I think, was my memory one. If that reminds anybody of any questions. My video about how my memory is worse than I thought it was. And not just about my childhood. Okay, so then this will be... The fact that they did the corner, the first corner that way, also means that the whole thing that I didn't even thoroughly explain, but was mostly just talking to myself, that I was upset about how I did it, actually isn't even a little bit of a problem, so it worked out. Okay, triples. I hate triple crochet. Do you know if it was a question, Ashley, about like Jade and Alistair's history with each other, or more about like what it's like now? Doesn't come out. Cool. And then I just Weave it in at least a little bit. Does that mean I'm weaving in the other visible end too? I guess. It probably doesn't matter because it's on the back. So unless it ends up positioning where it's visible, like in that hole, but even then, from a distance, it probably doesn't matter. So you know what? I'm not going to, because I don't wanna. So there. If I had a real blocking board, this portion would take longer, but would work better and would be the actual, like, right way to do it. But there we go. It's like a little sun. Here's a more close up. I like that the middle part is the puff stitches that kind of like stick out, kinda. Like it makes it look 3D if you're close up. Yeah. I wonder if it's the same size. I bet stretched out it is. That one was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, maybe it isn't. Well, too late. I already cut the yarn off, so it's fine. I think it's cute. And then I just have to figure out what the winter one will be because I completely skipped winter by accident because that's when we were moving. So by the time I made the next one, like the fall one was up forever and I just left the fall one up so that it wasn't empty and as a reminder to me to make the winter one, but then I never made the winter one. Maybe. Let's see if there's a good snowflake one. That says easy, but does not even a little bit look easy. But I guess we can find out. Do I have all of the colors that I would need for this? I could technically use this partly if I want to. I would need white, which I did not see yet. Where was that kind of sparkly dark blue? No, that was in here. It was right on top until I went digging around for all the other colors. Figures. Oh, that might be white. It's not. Is it under? No, that's also brown. Rude. Okay. I can't see down there even a little bit. Can I? Will this squish through that gap? No. What about this one? Okay. Oh, this is a mess. I think I put a white one in here. But if I didn't, I'm gonna be sad. There's the sparkly one. So maybe I'll do this and then also the dark blue on the outside. So there's one. Dark blue. It only needs to be 2 colors, but that's definitely more than 1 row of blue, so I can make it, or I guess round blue, so I can make it multiple colors. I have black. Why wouldn't I have grabbed white? It is not white, that is green, which is in fact a different color. That No, that's more yellow. It's like tan. Dark brown. Okay. I think it was because I knew I had white somewhere else. Dang it. You think your question was about Alistair? Okay. I will let you keep thinking, and I might also come up with more ways to be like, was it about his role that we talked about in that video as like emergency emotional protector? Or about, we talked about his split, was it about that? But now I gotta get this whole thing back tucked away under my desk where it lives. Okay. And then I'm going to pause briefly and go try to find white, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. My quest was a success. I found some white. Do you still remember, Ashley? Also, Charlie jumped down to drink some water. Hopefully she'll jump back up after. Okay. That's where I hid the crochet hook. There we go. I'm gonna put my feet up a little. And this will be even more fun to watch when it's in a ball, because then it'll roll around. As I pull it from. Oh, you got it stuck. Here you go. Sorry, there isn't room there right now. I need to put my feet there. Can you go back up on the chair? There you go. You're not stuck. Up. Come on. You're actually not stuck. I promise I looked. You do this several times a day. It's fine. No. There you go. I think that might be the other reason she does that. She started waiting for me to tell her to jump up, even though she can do it on her own, because sometimes the leash gets stuck. But I think also because sometimes she doesn't jump forcefully enough. Hello, yes. And when that happens, I help push her the rest of the way up, because she made a good faith effort to get up there on her own. And instead of having her just flop back onto the floor and help her out. What are you so mad about? I think I fed you already. I did. You have eaten all of your food already. No. No. There you go. You probably want attention, but my lap is occupied. How about as soon as I'm done? What's your question, Ashley? Oh, good timing. you sent it right as I asked that, so we didn't have to wait for the delay. Summer and winter update. What? Why is it the end of the world? What's wrong? What's wrong? You are just fine, I promise. You have water. You were just outside. You had your food already. Giving you a little attention. You can come in my lap right after this, okay? There you go. I know, the betrayal. How dare I do something else? I think Alina got close. Okay. Okay. I'm checking for consent about how specific I can be, because it involves some details we haven't shared about some of his relationships. While I wait for that, the less specific overview is that Alistair has closer relationships with some adults than others, and some of those was very, like, soon after splitting. Hi. Okay. They don't want to say specifics about which altars right now, but Alistair has some family in our system, and it involves Jade targeting his family. So, not exclusively, and like I think she said in the video, not because of their relationship to him, but for other reasons. Hi. What? What? You are so mad at me. Hi, Cosmo. What do you want? Are you so mad that you can't come over here? You know what I might actually try? Because half the time that you come over here, you realize it's not comfortable after about 3 minutes, and then you leave anyway. So let's try this. Come here. Come on. There you go. There you go. I know. It's just the worst. Yeah. Yeah. That's a good question. Hi. You just couldn't even stand being 2 feet away, huh? Just the worst thing you can even imagine in the whole world. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Hi. Oh, honey. Yeah, it's definitely Alina, and she's really close. Hi there. It's okay. It's okay. Here's the thing. You're not changing your mind like I was hoping you were going to. So now, do I just have to be the absolute worst asshole on the face of the earth? And just put you back in that chair and make you so sad? Or do I just try to crochet around you, huh? Are you gonna be a little butt and try to eat the yarn or anything? Or the hook, for that matter? Because if you let me use both of my arms and you don't cause a whole bunch of trouble, maybe we could work that out. Well, you're thinking about it. Do you want to go back over there? Or are you just readjusting? There. I gave you some attention. How about... What? Oh, you're so sad. Oh no. Dang it. What do I do? If I just... can turn that off completely, and then you'll be able to see her better when she's over there. The border won't put it off. Oh, hi. What's up? Okay. Looks like there might be a second half to your thing, Cosmo, so I'll wait until you send the rest of it to respond, and I'll start setting up for making the winter one. As soon as Alina lets me stop petting Charlie. Biggest problem is I need this arm. Can I have it? Is that acceptable? And what are you gonna do if I do this? Do you care? If I take this, are you gonna hate me forever? No. I know it's not as comfortable. What could I do to fix that? I mean, you don't actually seem like you mind that much, so maybe it's fine. It's interesting that, like you've noticed a pattern in that. It might have more to do with someone has a specific thought about that. I'm trying to get details of what they're saying. I think it's Josh. So you're saying that you've seen a pattern of like systems on the internet specifically having most like major fronting alters be adults, or usually adults even if they age slide like I do. But then in documentaries there'll be the host and then a lot of major fronting alters are littles or middles. Someone who's close thinks that if there is a pattern like that, that maybe it has more to do with the like setting and the context of how those different things are filmed. Because a documentary would have a lot more crew and could be like a different kind of stressful because of that. Like a lot of adult strangers there, basically. And that might make it more likely for littles, or in general, like trauma holders, for instance, to front. This is completely speculation. There's no like basis for this. The other thing that I thought of immediately is that Rain, stay here, please. For us, our like individual frequent fronting alters are almost exclusively adults. Or like older teenagers, that type of thing. But our most frequent, other than me as host, like category of alters to front is littles. But it's not like one or a couple specific littles. We have a lot of littles, and it will be like one or more of them somewhat randomly. So none of them individually would be one of our frequent fronters. And so that makes me wonder if it could also, if the pattern could have anything to do with like polyfragmented systems versus smaller systems, if a lot of documentaries have been of smaller systems. Or to some extent, just like that's something that they might choose to feature on a documentary because it would, in a lot of cases at least, be one of the most visible like changes in alter presentation. Basically, like a little versus an adult alter will very often be the most distinct difference that people can see really easily if the system isn't masking. Yeah, and a lot of systems online do intentionally limit how much their littles are online. So that could be part of it too, which that could have something to do with a generational thing, like you thought, in the sense that it could be more common now for systems in like our generation and younger, for instance, to think about the internet and public things like that as like dangerous in a different way, as risky in a different way, and choose to protect littles from it for that reason, you know? Yeah, that they might just make better TV because they can have a harder time masking, or they're just like, even if we're not masking, the difference between like me and Jade or me and Anna or whoever is easier to seem externally like a mood thing. Like if Anna's fronting and it just seems like, yeah, it's the same person, they're just like bubbly and more social now or something, you know, like it could more easily seem like a mood. Or like if Jade switches and suddenly we seem like a little angry or something. But with littles, if they sound little, and especially if they also act little, it would come across more consistently like it's a drastic change, like it's a completely different person, you know what I mean? So, especially in cases with, like, one of the other big ones is if alters have drastically different accents and things like that. No worries, Ashley. Thanks for hanging out. But yeah, it might just be one of those things that gets highlighted in documentaries because it makes for interesting television. But like for systems online, either intentionally keeping their littles off of whatever their content is or limiting that somewhat. So like maybe some of their littles can, but the rest can't, or they can in certain contexts, but not in others, or whatever. Like maybe, for instance, one of the things that we considered that we didn't end up doing was the idea that it was okay for littles to be in videos but not in live streams, because it's a different level of like potential for a random person in chat to trigger them or something. We thought about that for a little bit but decided against it. But things like that Systems Online might choose to do, but also just if Systems Online aren't like just picking and choosing the bits that would look more like that the way a documentary might, you know? So like we have several other fairly frequent fronters, but I am still fronting for our system vast majority of the time pretty consistently. So we have a lot of pretty brief switches with littles, we have a lot of brief switches with protectors, and we have a lot of situations of protectors or co-hosts or littles or somebody being close and helping with the situation, but still from inside just while co-conscious or maybe co-fronting. Yeah. So those are some of my thoughts. I have, outside of the stuff that was specific to our system, is largely speculation or based in things that I've seen other people say. Like I know a lot of Systems Online keep their littles largely or entirely out of their content for their protection. If we didn't have protectors who had such strong like triggers basically around protecting littles, we would probably have done more of that. But because we have pretty good communication in the front area, especially with frequent fronting protectors and gatekeepers and stuff, and have those protectors who have specific triggers around protecting littles, the odds of like that ending up in a situation that we couldn't handle even live is very low. So we have made it largely just a consent thing across the board for our system, regardless of age. So if they want to, and if they don't do anything like disruptive to what we're trying to do with the channel and stuff, like if a persecutor decided for some reason that they wanted to try to get us banned or something from making content, obviously that would be something we would try at least to stop them from doing, but it would be because of what they were doing, not because of who they are, so not because of their role or age or anything like that. Yeah. Don't think I'm familiar with that book or story or whatever it might be. Okay. Start working on this snowflake. Oh. Okay. Starting with 16 again. So this is 2. Mm. Double check my counting. 16. Yep. I assume that's the whole round. But I guess I shouldn't close the circle until you actually tell me that. I'm just doubling it. Double crochet. Okay. Should be easy enough. I don't think that's the same one. It's not. Okay. Oh, yeah, it's a book about a system with a lot of trauma stuff in it. It makes sense that it will be hard to read. Back for a bit. Welcome back, Ashley. Yeah, stuff like that can be hard to read for anybody. There's a reason secondhand trauma is a thing. that I'm this close, I want to count, I think. Yeah, listening to the soundtrack. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 6. 30, so yeah. 2 more in this one. And I assume I'm just stitching, but I'll double check. Yep, that's correct. So now I have this little white circle. Leaking a system's triggers online could be different amounts of bad depending on the system and the triggers. So I know a lot of systems don't share their triggers publicly, and that's for safety reasons. We, at least largely, I don't think we've shared any triggers, but at least largely we haven't shared trigger information. It's very personal, so like as a starting point, it's a consent thing. Like it's not okay to leak that information about someone in the same way that it's not okay to leak any information about someone. In like I'm sure there's exceptions to that, but it's going to be pretty extreme circumstances like safety situations, like reporting something, for instance. But in general, don't leak stuff about people. But the ways that it could be dangerous is trying to force certain alters to front for a specific situation for some reason when they shouldn't be the one fronting for whatever's happening. Obviously, intentionally trying to trigger flashbacks can be really harmful. Intentionally trying to trigger persecutors to do whatever, like to self-harm, for instance. Intentionally triggering someone to like go back to an abuser. Like there's a bunch of ways that it can be really dangerous. And some triggers might not be a big deal, like if some positive triggers were leaked that weren't super strong ones and were for alters that would be okay to be fronting in that situation or whatever. Like if someone found out right now about one of my positive triggers or something, especially if I was already fronting, but even if I was just close, like that probably wouldn't harm our system very much if somebody tried to use that to trigger me. But there's obviously a whole other end to that extreme of like we have triggers that would trigger a full flashback for somebody, and that sucks and can be harmful in a bunch of ways. Obviously, it's harmful to your mental health and overall well-being and stuff. Just to experience a flashback at all, but it can have lasting impact on your health to have a bunch of flashbacks that can affect sleep, appetite, all kinds of stuff. So, yeah. I know we've referenced situations where triggers have happened. I'm not thinking of any specific example where we shared what a trigger was. Like I know Jade has been triggered on stream before and said like that a trigger song played, but not what the song was. Bye again. Yeah, that's my 2 cents on that. chain 3 in between. Hold on, I need to make sure that's what you said. Mm-hmm. 3 is so many. Okay. Mm-hmm. Was there a chain there that I missed? Hold on. Let me... No, you didn't. Okay. Oh, it's making a little point, I bet. But that's why. Cool. I assumed correctly so far. Yeah. Skip 5 there. I did. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go. I can count. Counting is unfortunately pretty important for especially somewhat complicated crochet patterns. Yep. You just readjusting, or are you sick of being there? Readjusting? Okay. That's fine. Why would you intentionally read maliciously leaked personal information? This is how it looks right now. Here, I'll do a better close up. Yeah. Okay. It's a lot. Okay. So it's like partly your responsibility in a way as an admin on the server. That makes sense. Same thing all the way around. Yep. It still might be good not to, like, if that information is still publicly available anywhere after being leaked, it might be good not to draw attention to it in other public places where people might not already have known that they could find that information there. I I get why you would want to talk about it, but that might be a safety slash privacy concern if that information was leaked publicly enough that it could still be found. Because even though this is a small community right now, you never know if some not great person is lurking anyway, or somebody sees this stream later if our channel grows a bunch or whatever. making it look more like a snowflake already. I think this one is going to be bigger than the other ones we've done so far. So that will be interesting, I guess. Unless I want to start over with a much smaller hook, but I don't. So, should be fine. I think it would be hard, honestly, to use trigger information by accident. Because, like, we have chosen to share trigger information with some specific people we have determined are safe to do that with. Because with safe people, giving them trigger information can help them intentionally avoid those triggers, you know? And or use them for specific circumstances with your consent. Oh, getting credit for moving around. Where is that? Down here? Cool. Okay, that sounds like it's mostly under control then. That's good. She keeps seeming like she's gonna get up and walk back over to the chair and then just lays back down. Yeah. That's the last spot left, I think. I don't know how many of these there should have been. Maybe that'll say at the end. Does it say? Might be able to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 maybe? And I'm on 7, so that's perfect. Okay. No, that's right. It's fine. Okay. I thought it looked wrong for a second, but I think I'm wrong. Finish this round and then look again and make sure. Is the yarn bothering you? Is that why you keep... Hi. Keep acting uncomfortable and then giving up? Dang it, I might have been right. Why? No, wait. It might be okay. I think it's okay. So this is the end of the white section, apparently. Let's get it kind of close over there. It's a big snowflake. You don't have to stay here if it's not comfortable. Where are you starting? Any peek. Okay. I want to slip stitch my way over there. Cool. Doing this guy first, right? Oh, this is another one that I have to pull some of it out, I think. Oh, that's a mess. Oh, maybe it's not as much of a mess as I think. Maybe it's just that section. Wait, this even has like other good wintry colors as like the speckled bits in it. You can go over there. That's allowed. Yeah, go ahead. There you go. I told you that was okay. Oh, you're sleepy. You can take a nap, honey. Where is the end that I tucked in? It's not that. Oh, yes, it is. Here. Oh my gosh, I made a mess. Okay, keep that end over here so I don't lose it. I think it's this part too. Oh, it's this part too. That's rude. Oh, no, it's not. Good. Okay. So, is this tangled? It's the next thing I need to find out. Maybe a little. Because it'll be much easier to detangle it when the end is not attached to the project yet, so. That already helped a lot, I think. Still a loop in there. Oh, it's not that. Oh, it wasn't as loose as it looked to me. It's not horrible. I've seen much worse. I think I've even detangled worse in live streams before, honestly. There we go. Is it mostly just a tangle, or is it a knot in the making? That's what I need to know. Can't tell yet. Can definitely help too if the information is outdated. I think that's doing what I want it to do, actually. Yeah, that would still be a knot. Hold on. Okay. This is out of all of that. What about now? Oh, maybe not. Yeah, that's definitely still not. Okay, fine. I'll just actually detangle the whole thing. Glad I did that then, because that would have been a headache otherwise. If I had just tried to start using it. Yeah, that's the core knot right there. It's a weird knot. What the heck? Alright. There we go. Done. Okay. Now where's the end hiding in this blob? Please. There's an end in here somewhere. There it is. Okay. Made a mess in my lap again. It's fine. Probably use most, if not all of that. Okay. Why's my back hurt so much suddenly? Okay. Done with the white. Toss that over there. Oh, I was gonna show the yarn closer up. Can you see all the different colored speckles in there? You can actually see it pretty well. Main camera too. Okay. Yeah, Charlie is being cute. I'm glad you like it so far. It's apparently about to look even more like a snowflake from this next row. So we'll see how that looks then. Hold on. In between, and you said half double and a double, I think. Half. Double. Hold on, no, I'm not sure. Mm-hmm. Is the half double just... Yeah, okay. This is a double. We are planning to react to some videos from our old YouTube channel. We might cut some information out of that or like pick and choose which videos we're comfortable sharing parts of. But most of that stuff is probably okay to share. It was before I knew about the system, so nothing about it is going to be openly about the system. The point of it is going to be partly for us to look to see if we can tell who is fronting, if we're comfortable sharing who it is, tell if like any switches happen, tell for instance if we, because we have some footage that would have been like outtakes functionally, we have the whole like raw video before editing, so there might be instances where whoever's fronting isn't masking at the very beginning until they start the intro, so it'd be catching things like that. You know? It's a video pattern, so. Oh, it's 3? Oops. There we go. Now it looks like this. Here. That's what it looks like. Now I gotta switch colors again, but you're not going to, are you? It's becoming more square, is what's happening. Uh-oh, I think one of these is wrong. Hold on. Why is this? so big. Now I have to decide if I care enough to go back that far. How did I even do that? Hey Melody, I'm glad you like it. So, I don't think this one hole is supposed to be so much bigger than all the other ones from that round. I can't figure out what I did. Um, I don't think I want to go back that far. It's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be like that almost. It's weird. I don't know. Start here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That should be right. And that's 8. Yeah. And obviously it's 4 corners and 4 in between corners, so that's right. I don't know how I did that. I guess maybe it's on purpose. I don't think it is. I can't figure out how I did it. Was it even just like how it's sitting or something weird? I don't know. I'll figure something out. I don't want to go back that far, so it's fine. And maybe that's what makes it special and unique. Especially since I don't know what I did. I don't know how to fix it, so. I don't know what you did. Okay. So we are starting from the same spot. Simplifies things and makes sense because you're not changing colors, so why would you change where you're starting from? Switch into my dark blue. So all done with this one. Yeah, exactly. It's gotta be unique. Every snowflake is unique. Okay, this guy over here. Oh, hi. You're still being cute. Yeah, it's sparkly, but it's got like red and green and a darker blue and some white in there in the speckles of the different colors, which there's no way you'll be able to see when it's way back there. But it is kind of cool that it's like other wintry holiday type colors in there. I already don't remember what you said. Chain one, I think. You said too many words. Spot. It's 3. Uh-oh. I am not lined up where they are in the video. You're going in the stitches this time, right? I don't think we had any persecutors fronting for any of those videos. I don't think any of them had any interest in filming for that channel. Single, 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 half, half, half. 1, 2, 3, 4. It probably doesn't matter. I'm gonna decide it doesn't matter. At least until I see if I'm still off for the next section. It's probably fine. Why do you want to be on a different chair? And also, how did you get 2 of your legs stuck? That's weird. Egg. Oh, unless you mean Michael? Do you think we're gonna cut out footage of Michael if he's in any of the videos? I don't know if he's in any of them. We wouldn't have to cut out footage of him, though, if that's who you're alluding to. What'd you do for the corner? Okay. 2, chain 2, 2. Easy enough. Are you going in between the stitches? Is that why? You don't look like you are, and you didn't say to. And you said it like 40 times when we were doing that last time, so. You lined up correctly that time, so it's fine. Something that, like, okay, how do I want to say that? The reason we almost definitely wouldn't have to cut out any footage of Michael is because he would have been masking that whole time. He was constantly masking when he was fronting. So, until I knew about the system, he would not have been acting any different from me, basically, and or Anna, for the most part. Like, I might not even be able to tell if he was fronting. um, but he certainly wouldn't have been doing anything noticeable that would have been like a persecutor thing to do when fronting. All of that was internal or not obvious in any way. So maybe if there's something super subtle that we could point out or that we would feel the need to edit out for that reason, but like if Michael was still in our system and he switched right now, odds are he would not act any different from me or say that he switched or change any of the information, and he certainly wouldn't be acting outright like a persecutor. The absolute most he would do is not mask his voice, say who he was, and act like a protector. But live in front of other people, he would not be doing anything like that, or on camera ever. So, yeah. Um, but even if he had, for some reason back then, we wouldn't have included it in the final version of the video even then. Even if I didn't know, like, why I was suddenly acting like that or whatever. If I thought I got really mad about something and, like, whatever, um, I would have cut that out of the video anyway, because that wasn't the kind of content we were making. I think this is another corner. Yeah. I lost count because they're counting in the video. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I think you said 3 half doubles. Yep, I'm correct. Oh my god, you're confusing me so much when I'm not perfectly lined up and they are also counting while I'm trying to count in my brain. It's 1, 2, don't even really need to count that part. It's just to make sure that I'm still lined up correctly, I guess. Okay. Yep, I know. Okay. I'm getting hungry. Yeah, for sure. If we have alters who remember that they were fronting for that video, or they remember who was fronting for that video, we could get info about it that way if they share with me or whoever films it. Yeah. Trying to count when someone else is counting and saying different numbers or just saying random numbers makes it so much harder. There are also alters in our system who are better than I am at seeing through masking to some extent. So, like maybe Josh or Jade or somebody will look at the footage and really easily be able to be like, oh, that was whoever. Even if it's not clear to me. Especially because a lot of alters who would be in those videos are not the same, like they've split and or fused since then. So like Jade is definitely in some of those videos, but it was a several iterations previous version of Jade before a bunch of splits and fusions and stuff. So I'm not as used to like looking for signs of like that version of Jade. I know some stuff of what to look for now, but yeah. Oh, come on. Man, why did my tension get so tight right there? It's fine. 3 doubles. Still tight. Come on. 1, 2, 3. And then 5 doubles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm still lined up correctly. Sweet. And this is a corner, and those are easy. That part doesn't look like it's laying very flat. Let's see, once I do this, what it looks like. Oh, it looks like it's lined up perfectly on this side. Okay. Half. 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 So we're just finishing it off. Yep. Okay, I was right. So before fastening it off, this is what it looks like. I think it looks cute. Okay. So do that. Visible fasten. Actually secure it with a knot. Probably weave that in a little bit just to be safe. Okay, there we go. So it's not perfectly square. Well, that's fine. I think it'll look good when I hang it up and stretch it out and everything. I'll probably put this wherever I think it will be the least visible. But it's fine. I still can't figure out what the heck I did. Who knows? Did I chain too many there or something? I don't know. Guess we'll never know. Yeah, I think it looks pretty good too. Good enough, at least. For a way behind me decoration. Yeah. It is definitely bigger. So we'll see how I go about hanging it up if we still live here, I guess, when we get all the way back around to winter. But yeah, I think it definitely looks enough like a snowflake to be perfectly fine for being in the distance behind me. And actually, hanging it on a white background is going to make the holes basically invisible probably anyway, so it might not be that noticeable. Do I have anything white to use as an example for that? Sure, kind of. It doesn't fit in there, but you see what I mean. Like the parts that are in here, you can't even really see the holes now. Like the big, stupid hole is right there. Where it's... So especially from a distance. Yeah, this is the one we did first earlier. We did summer first because obviously that's next. And the spring one is behind us. I think I took a picture of that. I probably sent it in here. Here, let's make this easier. From... Okay, my computer doesn't want to. What the heck? What the heck is happening? Broke Discord? Okay. It's not letting me do that. Okay. Has image. Can I at least do that? Now can I do from? Nope. Weird. Okay. Wow, we sent so many pictures in this chat. I think I sent this though. I did. Okay. So I can open this. This is so complicated and probably not actually worth doing. How do I want to... What is the least stupid way to do what I'm trying to do right now? Brain. Fine, I'll just... spring... And then... Oh, yeah, that's probably easier. Do this. Do this. Come on. Okay. Small capture. Properties. Why is that not doing what I thought I was gonna do? Let's try it anyway. Where even is it? It doesn't even know where it is. Great. Come on. Why? Okay, so it would do that. It just won't specifically do it the way I'm trying to do it, of course. What is that? I know there's a way to do that. Ha! I did it. I'm smart. Okay. This is so much effort. This. Yes. Where is that now? It's cropped all weird. Oh. No, I forgot how that even works. Am I putting this over my face on purpose? I can move it down here. There. That's the spring one, close up. Which, that might be my favorite one so far, honestly. It was probably the hardest one, but I think it's cute. So yeah, the fall one got to stay up for all of winter and a bit of the beginning of spring. We finally got the spring one done, and now we're ready for summer and also whenever we get back around to winter. So yeah. I have been streaming for 2.5 hours, so since I did twice as much as I had actually planned to do for this stream already, I am definitely going to head off and eat and stuff. We're gonna see if this time we manage to actually edit the video that we've had filmed for like 2 or 3 weeks to get it up for this coming week. And try to get back into filming more stuff. We have another small procedure tomorrow, but I think it's similar enough to the one that we already had that it should also be a basically non-existent recovery. Because we ended up having a big break from streams and stuff anyway right after that procedure, but it was unrelated because we had a week of basically constant migraines. So that, as far as I know, didn't have anything to do with the procedure. And the recovery for the procedure itself was literally like 2 hours. So we could have done a bunch more a lot sooner if it weren't for that. And I think I know why that happened, and it shouldn't happen this time. So unless I'm wrong about why it happened or it happens again randomly just for fun, we should, or obviously other stuff could also get in the way, but we're gonna try to do more streaming and filming and everything like that back closer to normal. And then go from there. So we are aiming for 1 video a week or a replacement Q&A live stream like this one, and then at least a few gaming streams. To answer your question quick, Cosma, in general, we would probably not tell someone that we think that they switched if they don't know that they have a system. There are situations where we probably would, like if we were really close to them and we knew, like we had conversations, like if they already know about system stuff and they have conversations with us about wanting to know or something. But it can be really disruptive to a system to find out if they're not ready. But there could be safety reasons too, where we might tell them, like if, or at least tell them something relevant, like if we know that something happened and they don't have memory of it and they need to, for safety reasons, that could be a type of thing that would come up, stuff like that. But I guess, play it by ear, but just keep in mind how disruptive that can be to a system when they first find out, especially if they're not ready. System discovery can be a lot. So, and it can often end up involving learning about trauma that at least some alters didn't know about. And there are things that could externally look like switching that aren't, like just big mood swings, for instance, could kind of look like that, or even some random personality stuff. Like there are people who like do a lot of improv and they just do random voices and stuff just for fun when they're socializing with people, but they're not switching. Stuff like that. So could also be good to keep in mind that that might not be what was actually happening. So yeah, that was a quick version of that, but I'm going to head off for now, and we'll see if we end up streaming tomorrow. It would be after the procedure, which is possible unless it's a longer recovery time. So it's possible we will do a gaming stream tomorrow. So just keep an eye out and turn notifications on and everything and see how that goes. Charlie definitely wants to go outside again too, so timing is perfect. So thanks for hanging out, and we will see you soon for more stuff. Bye!